Hey guys, Dave here again. Welcome to another Fly With Me video, quick video on DCS World here. This time, oh sorry, he's starting up. Let me close these doors. There we go, it's better. Welcome aboard. We're on the Apache Helicopter in DCS World here. We're on the Georgian default map here. It looks like it's winter time. We're going to do a quick combat mission. Basically, we're going to go out and intercept a enemy column that's coming into friendly territory. We're going to destroy them as well as their surface-to-air missile assets as well that they're moving in. So we need to go out and intercept them and destroy them before they can get into firing position or take over a town. We're going to be flying with our wingman right there. He's an artificial intelligence wingman, as well as my co-pilot gunner. They're sitting in the front seat. You can see the back of his head. He's an AI asset as well. So the helicopter is all shut down. We need to go ahead and get started and get on our way. I am a little bit pressed for time. Work just called me not too long ago, and they're sending me out to Memphis for the night. So, okay, so we turned the battery on to initially get the systems energized, but we need to start the APU here to get everything fired up. If it will start. Okay, it is starting up. Okay, there we go. All right. I hope it's not too loud. I reduced the volume settings because I tried to record this earlier and it was just too loud. So hopefully this will work out. Okay, so we got everything initially powered up here. Our navigation system here needs to align itself and get a position confidence where these numbers are in the green. As of now, that would be somewhat inaccurate position information, which can be a problem. But for the time being, we need to bore sight our helmet display here. This is actually a monocle that's it goes over one eye, but in the simulator here it looks almost like it's a two-eye sort of deal, but actually it's over one eye. And we need to turn that switch all the way around so that when we do the bore sight, which is here, bore sight, eye heads, we need to align our aiming reticle here with the center dot here where the rings are all evenly spaced and concentric. Perfect. Alright, whoops. Oh, do we need to do that again since I hit the wrong button? Let's go ahead and do it again since I hit the wrong button. Bingo. Alright. Okay, there we go. We're all bore sighted now. I can come in here and change some settings. I'll do that real quick. Add a low altitude alert. 25 feet sounds pretty good. And also, oh, we need to go in here, go to weapon. And I'd like to change this to acquisition. And also, yeah, this needs to be selected for that to work correctly. Yeah. Okay. Turn our little box here. This is our CMOS, which is short for countermeasures and a weapon, or I'm sorry, missile warning system. Countermeasures and missile warning system. It's all in one little box here. And we can uncage our standby attitude, and we are ready to start up. Let's see, looking at my switches here. There we go. Okay, so what we do is here's the engine starters. We hold the switch to start. There it goes. Even says start. Wait till 20%. We move our associated engine power lever to idle. There's 20%. Idle. And then once we get to, I think 50%, we let go to switch. The start switch. 50. And just let the engine start up, do its thing. Let it spool up. Oh, it's a good time to bring up our little cheat sheet here. I'll explain why I use that later. Okay, that's a good start. Do the same for number 2. Hold the switch to start. 20%. Move that power lever to idle. And there it is. Idle. Oh, I forgot. Need to turn on the anti-collision lights to red. 50%, we let go of the start switch, and there it is. Yep, that's a good start. We go here to our systems, make sure the generator contactors are solid green. We also need to wait until our oil pressure gets below 70 psi and make sure that the oil temperature is increasing. The reason why is because a low oil temp, whenever it gets cold, it gets very viscous, kind of doesn't really easily move in nooks and crannies. And the warmer the oil is, the more viscous it gets, and it can lubricate pieces of metal and whatnot. So it's good to wait until at least the pressure goes down and the temperature is rising pretty good. And I'd say we're right there right now. So next, we move our power levers up to the fly position. Go down to 101. There it goes. And now we can get rid of our APU since our generators are online and generating power. So that's done. We can go ahead. Oh wait, yeah, let's check. See, okay, good. Yeah, it's in the green. That's good. So go back to our TSD. And I just want to create a point where our base is here, just so that it's easy to identify. FC. I think they call this place London, so that's just an abbreviation. Yep, present position. Very good. Bring out our. See, there's a map where we are. Let's see, that's good. Engine started. APU's off and guarded. Yeah, that's good. That's on. Okay, I think we're ready to fly. So we go up here. Parking brake is released now. And oh yeah, I wanted to change this while we're on the ground. Acquisition source TADS. So I don't have to worry about that en route. Okay, so we slowly increase our collective, which increases our torque number, which is this number right here. And as we increase, the helicopter is going to want to nose to the right, so we add left, left pedal to counteract that force. Here we are in a small hover. We're going to slice it between these two trucks here. Get some forward speed, which creates more lift, and we're flying. And our mission takes us up this river here. I'm gonna stay relatively low, just because it's fun. Just above the trees. Heading up this way. Go to normal symbology here for our monocle. Okay, trim out the forces. Alright. Gain some more speed. Trim out again. That's good. Okay, and this helicopter is pretty advanced from other helicopters. It does have an autopilot system. This mode here engages the attitude hold, and this mode here engages the altitude hold. That's what it's doing right now. Very good. Okay. So we're on our way. I need to move our communications radio to this because that's what our wingman uses. And we're flying. So you're flying up this river, all the way up here, following these waypoints till we get here just next to this town, and then we're going to cut across and kind of hug along this mountainside here. We use the mountainside, tree. Mountainside as a cover for any kind of enemy fire that comes at us from these tanks. The tanks, they do have missile capabilities, but these missiles are optically guided. So, and they travel somewhat slowly. So, whenever they do fire, we do have time to kind of slice over or slide over to the left and get out of the way, or at least get the hillside in between us and the tanks. Okay, disengage the autopilot. And keep in mind, I'm not a real helicopter pilot. I was never rated to fly helicopters in the real life, so my flying might be a little bit erratic. It may even look dysfunctional to maybe a professional, but oh, there's some friendly units there. Looks like artillery. Yep, mobile artillery units. So yeah, just keep that in mind whenever I'm flying here. Try to keep things smooth and make it look really intentional, but sometimes the helicopter does get away from me somewhat, especially whenever I panic. Panicking is not good. You never want to panic. If you panic, then you'll get shot down for sure. So, let's see, winds are coming out. Looks like out of east, right behind us. So we're just continue along our flight plan here. Just following these waypoints. That's what the sort of half diamond symbol is there. That's where our waypoint location is. So as long as we fly towards that, we're staying on our flight plan. I increase altitude a little bit. Getting too close to these trees. I think the elevation goes up the further upriver we go. Of course, that would make sense. Okay. So to prepare for, yeah, I'll wait till we pass this waypoint. set up for combat. Okay, attitude hold mode, altitude hold mode is engaged. We can come down here, we can turn our lights off since people are going to be shooting at us or trying to shoot at us. It's usually a good idea to turn that off. We can arm our CMOS. We can also turn our master arm to arm. And we'll have our AI helper here on our screen. I'll go ahead and tell our CPG George up front there to switch to Hellfire missiles. Thank you, George. Okay, autopilot's off. I think we have 12 Hellfires on board. Yeah, there they are right there. Oh. And that should be good enough to at least destroy the vehicles that we need to destroy. Make sure that they are destroyed. I believe our wingman is holding the same amount of armament, but you know, we may not need to utilize them. Plus, the AI, the flight AI in this simulation, they're kind of really weird sometimes. So we need to get altitude. There we go. I don't know. You tell them to engage, and then they say negative. Like they're just protesting. I'm like, this isn't a democracy. It's war. Told you to engage, but they won't engage. Well, anyways, I digress. Okay, we're making a big left turn here. Very good, very good. We're almost getting up to our battle area. So the Apache attack helicopter. It's a two-person helicopter, and like I said, I'm the pilot in the pilot position. The cockpit, man, I keep saying cockpit, but it's co-pilot gunner position is in the front. That person handles all the weapons and fires the weapons. The pilot obviously, flies the helicopter. And now the two crew members, the pilot is the one that's the one in command of the craft and in command of the if a weapon fires or not. Okay, that's our last waypoint. We're going to turn to the right and cut across this town here. Head towards this hill. That one right straight ahead. And so since the pilot is in command, the CPG asks permission to fire the weapon before they actually pulls the trigger. But in this case, since it's we're dealing with tanks that are firing at us, and I wanted to kill them as quickly as possible, I'm going to go ahead and tell George that he can fire at will whenever we lock up an enemy target. It just cuts down response time. But normally you have to ask for consent to fire the weapon. The CPG does. Let's see. So the cool thing about this helicopter or this game and this particular module is the CPG, you can actually occupy that as a player, and you can play two-player as well. One player being the pilot, and one being the co-pilot gunner up front over online play, which is really cool. But I normally stick to a single-player play because I just a lot of the servers, they kind of get bogged down, you know, with a whole lot of players, and they also put a lot of units in there as well. It can be really resource intensive for PC. Okay, I'm going to start slowing down, changing my symbology to to the transition symbology. Still slow down. Let's see. Slow down. Play. Alright, there's hover symbology. Attitude hold, and there's altitude hold selected. So we should be in a hover now, and we are. Okay, so we're ready for enemy units to come along. They're going to be coming along this road here. We're just going to pick them off as they come into view. Should be coming along any minute. Definitely had a good stable hover. Get shot at, we'll just move over to the left and get behind the hill, and hopefully we'll live another day. So the Georgia map, if you're not familiar with your geography, Georgia and Russia share a border, and these forces that were destroying their Russian forces. There's actually a conflict that happened recently where Russia invaded Georgia, some territory. Can't remember whenever that happened, but it was definitely within the last 2 decades, I believe. And, oh, here they come. Okay, there's the lead vehicle. That's not a tank. I want to kill the tanks first. There's a tank right there. Okay, George.
Slaving. Deslaving.
Okay, why don't you hit that guy? Okay, there he goes. Missile away.
Lasers off.
Alright, good
Effects on
hit.
target.
Oh, firing at us. Moving over to the left. Get up, get up. There we go.
And slave. Out deslaved. Blazing.
That's all.
Engaging. Those are good hits.
Okay, so that's all the tanks, I think. No. Oh yeah, it is. Okay. Whoa, they're firing at us. Whoa. Okay, those other vehicles we don't have to worry about. There's friendly ground units. They're waiting for them to ambush them on the other side of this hill. So since we got the tanks taken care of, we can move position, firing position, into so we can take out the SAM units that are coming across the border as well. We're into friendly territory. So to do that, we're going to go over to this other hillside here and get a better firing position. How many missiles do I have? 4? Yikes. It's not a lot. Maybe we can get our wingmen to take them out. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Alright, so we're coming over here. Want to stay low. Slow down again. Gotta get down as well. We'll wait for him right here. There we go. Sorry, this is just trying to get the velocity right, just getting all boxed in. It's really difficult to do. Okay. Nope, didn't like that. I have no idea why it's... Did I get hit? I don't think so. Okay, there they are. Take out the search radar there.
Blazing.
Ah, why is it shooting 2?
Lasers off. Target destroyed.
Oh, George. Okay, there we go. Velocity fire. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Alright,
Engaging.
let's fix that. Oh, I forgot to arm my chaff. It's alright.
Lasers off. Target destroyed.
Okay, 2 missiles left. I think I'll try to take out those launchers.
Laser on.
Okay.
Engaging. Lasers off. Target destroyed.
Alright. Yeah, I think there's one left.
Blazing.
Okay, fire. Surprising that they're trying to move. We ain't gonna get away.
Lasers off. Target destroyed.
Alright, so let's see if our wingman will attack. Is that not set up? I guess not. Never mind, I guess he's not going to, we're not going to use him. That's weird. It's like all my linings just got deleted. Okay, that's alright. We'll go in there with, we'll use guns.
Loading gun.
Okay. Now, autopilot off. I think the rest of the units there, it's just small caliber munitions that they have. They're a threat, but they're not like a huge threat. As long as I just don't get too close.
Get me closer. We're out of range.
Yeah, I know. So let's see. Go to normal symbology. Yeah, see those trucks. I knew they wouldn't last very long. I'll go over that way. never a good idea to fly directly over the enemy units. You're just asking for trouble. Some spacing again, and we'll turn around.
Engaging.
And acquire and engage again. Need to wrap this up really quick here. Hide behind buildings, I see.
And sleeping. I'm de-slaved. And sleep. I'm de-slaved.
Come on.
Engaging.
Boom.
Those are good hits.
Get that truck.
Engaging.
Got him.
Good effects.
Alright, mission success. I think that's all of our units that we need to destroy. And go ahead and RTV. Yeah, to do that we'll just follow this road up ahead. For two reasons. One, I just want to assess the damage. And two, just to make sure that nothing didn't get by as far as targets go. Yeah, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 tanks destroyed by me. These APCs that were going by, they were destroyed by our friendlies that were hiding out over in this small little town. Yeah, let's see. I believe they're all destroyed as well. Yeah, it looks like they are. Okay. So we can go ahead and hold. Just follow this road all the way. So, yeah, DCS World, it's basically, if you haven't watched the other videos, DCS World, it's like a large sandbox type of game. It doesn't have maps of all over the world. It's very limited, reasons being so it just can be so detailed. And but it's a really it's a fun game. I like to fly it just because it's something different than what my day job is. You know, flying commercial aircraft, you know, day after day. It's not something that I really like to come home and you know, do again during my off time. But here it's something a little bit different. You get to shoot stuff, and it's make believe stuff, but still it's pretty fun to do. DCS World offers a lot of different aircraft as well. There's the F-14 Tomcat, of course, and it is a two-player aircraft as well, and also has an artificial intelligence if you're doing single player as well. I'll do a video for that one sometime later on, and but I really like doing helicopters because it's so different. It's a completely different animal compared to fixed wing aircraft. It's just the aircraft behaves totally different, takes different motor skills as well. Just it enhances. I think flying helicopters is much more difficult than fixed wing aircraft. Much more difficult, and it's a little bit more fun because it has greater abilities than a fixed wing aircraft as well, where you can take off and land anywhere, basically anywhere you want, and just strapping weapons onto it. It's so much more fun, so satisfying. It does take you a while to get to these places, of course, because you're traveling so slow, but I think that outweighs the benefits. And especially with this attack helicopter, it has lots of sophisticated sensors on it, on the nose of the helicopter. It's got a infrared camera, a optical camera, as well as a laser, where it can actually pivot, and it can pivot like a good, I think, 180 degrees view, which is quite phenomenal. And the benefits of that is you can, I'm sorry, my flying is just really being erratic right now. But the benefits of that is you can, why is my SAS all the way over to the left? That's weird. It shouldn't be like that. Anyways, go altitude, attitude hold, altitude hold. There we go. There it goes. Well, no, it's still far to the left. I'm looking at this green line right here. That's still kind of way off. Anyways, okay, so what was I getting at? Oh yeah, so the sensors on the nose of the aircraft, it gives you a really huge advantage whenever you're doing a night mission. Like, whenever it's pitch black outside, unless the enemy has radar on, like a radar display or something like that to try to target you or whatever, they're not going to be able to shoot at you. And so with the Apache, you have all these sensors that enables you to see at night, and you can see this stuff, right up here on your monocle. It's amazing. So just for that reason, I don't really do night missions, because I don't know, it feels like you're cheating, so much. It's amazing how how powerful that capability can be. So I mostly do day missions with the Apache, just because it's like, I'd rather have things be on an even keel. That's what makes it entertaining, is that, you're flying like a highly technical piece of equipment, but at the same time you're still, you can't still be shot down. There are risks, and I think that it's that feeling of whenever you go in with the risks and you still come out alive. That's what's satisfying about it, I think. But anyways, so yeah, it's DCS World. I think it's great. It's free to download and get started on. However, I think you only get like 1 or 2 free aircraft. One of them is a Soviet attack plane, and the other one is like a free, variation of the P-51 Mustang, where it doesn't really have any functional weapons on it. You can fly it; it's fully functional where you can fly it and everything, but you can't shoot the guns. But yeah, it's I really like DCS World. I've been flying it for several years now, and they've made so many improvements to this game. It's not even funny. It's just the graphics are gorgeous. Clouds look amazing. They look real. You can fly through them, and they look real to the real thing. Whenever you fly through real clouds out there, and I think this simulation is really going places. There are some things that it's really severely lacking, like air traffic control. Like if you take off and land at an airfield, it does have air traffic control, but it's not right. I don't know what it is with flight simulations, but they can never get the air traffic control to function correctly like it is in the real world. It's always something that's really crude and elementary, and it just doesn't function like the real thing. It's not the real thing at all. So I don't really use ATC, flying DCS World nor any other flight simulation I can think of off the top of my head. But I mean, it's a combat sim. I mean, you're not here to talk to air traffic control. You're here to shoot at enemy tanks and planes and stuff like that. So okay, so we're almost back to our home base here. It's going to be just around the corner, around the right side of this hill, and we'll go back and land, and we'll shut it down and call it a day. So since we're out of the combat area, I'm going to go ahead and tell George to stop targeting or doing anything, and get rid of his display there. I don't know why it does that. That's weird. We can tell him to we can go to safe, turn on our lights again, and oops, sorry, kind of lagging there, and save our CMOS. And we can go back to our engine display here, right there, and we can also kill our video feed. We don't need that anymore. There we go. Alright, here we go. Here's the lake that we kind of took off over. Make our right hand turn here. Our wingman should still be with us. He is. I can't tell him to RTB, so I guess he'll just follow us to the ground and he'll do his own thing. He'll probably crash or land us in some place that's like right behind trees or something. I don't know. I can't figure him out. The logic of the AI is just I don't think there's any logic at all. But okay, so we can start slowing down because we're getting close. Take out the collective sum. Oh my goodness, what is up with my flying? Stay over the water. Whoa. But for the Apache attack helicopter, like I was saying, you got 2 free aircraft, but the Apache you have to pay. Anything besides the 2 free aircraft you have to pay, to have that simulation to fly it. But the assets, they're always there. So if you create a mission, or if you fly a mission that someone else created, they'll always have those assets in the mission, which is really cool. Okay, so we're getting really close. I'm gonna need to severely slow down here. I'm wicked fast. I'm gonna go to transition symbology. I may actually just fly past it a little bit. Yeah, I'm so fast. Still trying to slow down. There we go. Alright, there we go. That's better. So I'll just, I'll go in between these. Woo, easy, 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 easy. Go to hover symbology. Keep it coming down, slow down. And I think where I parked at before, it was that last parking spot that was on the left. So turn around here. Slowly move forward. Okay. This takes a lot of concentration to do. Keep coming down. Whoa, 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 whoa. There we go. Now we're down to ground. Wingman can't figure out what to do, of course. That's okay. So we're going to shut down, so we need to turn the AP on before we do anything. And starting up right now. Actually, we can go ahead and set our parking brake too. There we go. Can turn that off. Cage or standby attitude. Okay, APU's on. Bring our power levers back to idle. Yeah, we'll let our engines stabilize for a little bit at idle. The reason why is you want the engines to kind of cool down. It's not a good idea to have them fully heated and then all of a sudden shut them down because it causes engine stress or metal fatigue. So you want the engines to kind of cool down a little bit and stabilize the temperature a little bit before you actually shut them all the way down. So we're doing that. Oh, and look at that. Told you. Wingman took a dive. I don't know why that happens, but it happens. They're not very smart guys. That's for sure. Oh well. Okay. Rest in pieces. And while we're waiting, we can go ahead and put that and that into the neutral position. Oh yeah, so I forgot to tell you, this diagram up here, that's for me to see what my control surfaces or control inputs are doing. Down here is the rudders or the anti-torque pedals. Up here is the cyclic or the stick. The reason why I use that is because on the helicopters, your feedback or your force feedback that you get, it's different than a fixed wing aircraft. And so since my setup is set up for a fixed wing aircraft, it doesn't give me the same feedback that I should. So this is what that diagram shows me. It gives me a visual representation of what's going on with the aircraft. Okay, so I think that's good enough at idle. We can go ahead and shut down our engines. There goes number 2, shut down, and number 1, shut down to off. Okay, they're spooling down. Rotor's still turning though, that's okay. Always like to come back and look at this view. That's really cool, watching it spin around. Nice. Let's see, so... we just wait and make sure that the rotor stops. How are we doing on time? Yeah, we're doing good. Okay. We do have a rotor brake here that we can engage just to get it to stop turning quickly. There we go. Stopped. Go ahead and turn it back to off. Turn off our light. Turn off our APU. Shuts down, and we can go ahead and turn our master switch here to off. And the helicopter's off. We can open our doors. And we are done. And our poor wingman is barbecuing himself over there. Goodness, that's just a shame that that happens. Anyways, so I hope you enjoyed our flight or our combat mission here. Mission success, I'd say, minus their wingman going rogue and I guess just not being happy with his life. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed and you have a good one. Take care.